Welcome to Google Developers Live at I/O 2013. I'm Louis Gray, head of GDL, and joining me today is my co-host Daniel Seberg.
Louis, thanks so much for having me here at GDL Live at I/O 2013. This is actually my second I/O, and I believe it's your fourth,
It's
right?
my fourth I/O. I went twice as press, and this is my second year here as Googler. I'm really excited about what we've got in stage for GDL at I/O. We have exclusive interviews kicking off from the stage in Moscone, really back to back, right between every single session, so not a single minute is wasted for those of you on the live stream. Really excited about that.
Absolutely. We've got 5,500 folks here, but lots more watching wherever you are. And part of my job will be to not only be here with you chatting on occasion, but to actually go out and talk to the developers in the sandboxes, our partners, learn from them about what they're working on, and bring that here. We'll see some of that content today, and then
of sharing this. I'm also personally working a lot on diversity, and we have a session later today at 5:30 on live stream that I hope people join. 7 tech makers and a microphone.
Yeah,
the women tech
that.
makers live at AIO.
We've had a number of sessions on women tech makers on GDL. It's been really a key focus for us to make sure that we're highlighting incredible women.
Right.
I was really pleased to make sure that you went first and would be our first guest. Not because you're a woman, but because you are an incredible executive who has a proven track record, who happens to be a woman. And you're doing a lot of great stuff with WTM, as we call it, with Women Tech Makers, and I'm glad that that's been an incredible focus.
Yeah, and Larry was just answering a question about getting more girls and boys, but girls into STEM technologies. I mean, there's so many jobs open that we don't have people for. We need a lot of people to come into our field, and this is a friend of mine, Nicholas Negroponte, once said, like, have you ever had a job? Meaning sort of, this is passion work that we do. It's not like required work. And so for young people to know about this work is really important. And the visibility of technical women is important, because technical women, for whatever reason, through media and others, have not been as visible as they should be, including later today we're going to talk about a history story at 5:30 at Pacific that nobody has ever heard pretty much at scale. So that should be fun.
Sure. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming and talking with me. We're going to be producing a lot of exclusive interviews with Googlers throughout the day. On Google Developers Live, we're going to be highlighting some of our partners in the sandboxes, and we have a lot more content. What we're going to be doing right next is we're going to be going back to the sessions, so start to see the live sessions from all the streams that you're looking at from Android, Chrome, and other technical topics. And then we'll be right back here at the GDL at I/O stage around 1:30 to talk about Blink with Chrome. So
Cool.
thank you very much,
Thanks, Lucy.
Megan.
Thanks everyone online for joining us.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for coming to Google I/O. We really appreciate it. My name is Seth, and I'm the Product Management Director for the Google Plus platform.
I'm David, the Engineering Director for Google Plus platform.
Cool. So we're going to take you guys through an overview of the various tools that are available from the Google Plus platform today. And first, we just wanted to start, this is very new, the Google Plus platform, so we just wanted to start with what is the platform really about? What are we trying to accomplish? And at a very high level, we're trying to help bring the best of Google to the rest of the internet and enable a user to bring their internet back to Google. So it's really creating a connection between a user and their Google experience and the rest of the internet, and everything that they experience on the internet back to Google. So you're kind of wondering, what does that actually mean, right? Well, let's just go drop right into a story. So let's say that I'm doing a map search, and I'm kind of like, okay, I want to see a movie. Doing a great job giving the users exactly what they would want based on the reason they're using a given product as we think about rolling that data out across Google. So thank you all very much. Really appreciate it. Please do stop by all the developers' booths outside in the sandbox.
Try out the new feedback mechanism. Love to hear what you think so we can tune this up for next time. And check the sandbox, check the other talks if you want to go deeper on any of the things we talked about. That's where you'll find the deep dives. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you all.
From Moscone Center here in San Francisco. We're here to talk about Blink. I'm Louis Gray, and I'm joined by Alex Komorowski and Paul Irish. Welcome, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
Real quickly, we want to talk about Blink, brand new rendering engine. I want to give your guys' take on what's been introduced.
So Blink is a new rendering engine. It's based off of originally off of WebKit. It's a rendering engine that's open source, and it's using Chromium and Chrome.
So you said open source. Is it a Google product? Open source? Like, help us out.
It's it's operated within.
Is that part of also our consideration as we build a new rendering engine to enable what's next in the world of web apps?
Absolutely. We believe very firmly that the web platform deserves to be as powerful as any other native platform. And so we've been pushing within the ecosystem, within the standards bodies, and really supporting that drive to make the web platform as powerful as possible. So.
Absolutely. Well, Paul and Alex, I appreciate you guys coming down today. I know you have a very busy Google I/O, really one of the hottest topics that's out there for the web and for Google in general. For those of you on the live stream, stay tuned. We have 4 more sessions coming your way, whether you're on the Android channel, Chrome channel, or the technical ones as well. And we'll be back right after those with more programming at Google Developers Live at I/O.
And I'm also honored to have Jonathan Taylor, who's VP of Mobile at Priceline, and he's going to be talking about something very exciting too. So we are very happy because we were able to announce a great product for mobile commerce today called Google Wallet Instant Buy. And as you'll see, it's going to help your users, consumers, be able to buy physical goods and services in a much easier way. So before we get into the product details, we thought we should look at things in perspective. Today, when we look at a rotary dial phone, we laugh, especially when as if I had entered my MasterCard number on your site, and if it was disputed, you'd follow the exact same process, no changes.
Okay. And how about if I wanted to use in my app other forms? So if I wanted to use PayPal and Google Wallet, am I allowed to do that?
So we have our UI branding guidelines. Again, it's consumer choice and merchant choice. But yeah, you can use other payment methods, but we'd encourage you to look at Google Wallet Instant Buy and the SDK and then make an informed decision.
Okay, thanks.
So we'll take any more questions out at the sandbox office hours. Thank you.
Thank you.
Games that are out there, you got Project Ingress, and you have a Field Trip, which isn't so much a game, but both of them are really tied to discovering the world around you. So I want a couple questions to start us off. First of all, what is the Niantic project? It is part of Google, right?
Well, we try to keep it a little bit mysterious, but yes, it is part of Google. We're kind of like a little startup in Google, and I guess the goal of the Niantic group is to explore these kinds of applications things together in new ways to explore what could be done to create apps that were really native to kind of the new wave of devices that will be coming, wearables.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, John. I know we've been real quick jumping into Ingress and Field Trip. For those of you who haven't downloaded those apps already, definitely check them out. We have more exclusive GDL.io content coming. We'll be talking about Google Now with Bears Gultaken at 3:25. So please stay on the streams and enjoy your sessions. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon, and for those of you watching the live stream, good day in whatever time zone you're in. My name is Nick Sathe. I'm part of the engineering team for Google Wallet. And over the last many, many years, a decade or so, we here at Google, along with many of you, have been looking to digitize the world around us. We consume most media digitally, whether it's videos or books or music. We communicate digitally, we take digital pictures. But the one thing in our lives that has sort of resisted this trend is our wallet.
Yeah, so for those who are on live stream, you said google.com/wallet/business, and you can sign up there if this link doesn't work, but the link will start working soon as well.
Any other questions? Great. One thing that we didn't talk about is we started the platform with loyalty and offers. We will be working with the community to try to find the next set of types that we will add semantic definition to. And we are working with organizations like schema.org to try to establish semantic standards that these things can have, other types can have interoperability in the future as well. So if any of you are interested in helping us define the next set of reified types, as we call them, where we can add more semantic definition to the syntax that the platform provides, we'd love to hear from you in our sandbox as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Very much.
Welcome back to Google Developers Live at I/O from Moscone Center here in San Francisco. I'm Louis Gray from Google Developers Live. I'm joined today by Baris Gultaken, who's working on Google Now.
Yes.
Welcome, sir.
Hi, thank you.
And you're the Director of Product Management in the search team, focused on Google Now. Google Now has really been incredible, I think, in a revolution in search, to have the card-based capability and some of the automation that you're doing, and really trying to anticipate Google Now with its cards and the fact that it is only a year old and how far we've come. And it's been really incredible to watch. I definitely appreciate you coming on the GDL at I/O stage to talk about it, and I hope we can see really incredible stuff for year 2, and when we definitely will be bringing you back.
Yeah, I can't wait. We believe the potential is so high, and we're just starting, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, so definitely thank you for taking all the time with me, Baris. I really appreciate that. For those of you on the live stream, if you want to see great GDL content the rest of the year, subscribe to Google Developers on YouTube, and check out developers.google.com/live. We'll be back here at 4:30 talking about performance on Chrome.
on Google Search.
And we're going to do that through the power of the Google Plus API, Google Plus Pages, as well as the Google Plus Sign-In API and related technologies.
I'm Ardan from the search team. I'm a product manager. And in the first half of the talk, I'll be walking you through the user experience and what is possible.
And I'm John. I'm an engineer on Google Plus. And I'm going to, in the second half of the talk, tell you how you can actually implement this. And in fact, get your part of the equation rolling today in as little as half an hour to provide this integration. What the user experience would be like, whether it be too cluttered, whether or not it would provide contextual and relevant information. Anecdotally and intuitively speaking, it seems like it would. And I think that the teams will continue to integrate more. That's all the time we've got.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Welcome back to Google Developers Live at I/O. I'm Louis Gray from GDL, and I have with me two distinguished guests, Colt McCandless and Ilya Grigorik. Thank you for coming, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks. And we're here to talk about web performance today. And if you remember from the keynote, it seems like so long ago now, but it was only about 5 to 6 hours. We were talking about performance and speed and simplicity and all those things that really are part of Chrome and really part of everything that Google is doing with our approach to the web. And so I'm
technology moves forward.
Yep. Cool. Well, I know we actually did this pretty fast. It's good for guys who are doing performance to talk quick, and I appreciate your performance on it. I appreciate you joining us at GDL at I/O. For those of you on the live stream, we're going to get back to your sessions next, and follow us again. We'll be at GDL at I/O again at 5:20 talking about Drive. See you there.
My dad was a NASA engineer, so he brought us for a tour at Johnson Space Center. And they asked my brother what he wanted to be, and he said an astronaut. And then they asked me what I wanted to be, and I said an astronaut. And they said, what? Girls can't be astronauts. You know, in their mind, they were right. They just didn't realize that the future would be different.
It's hard when you're young, when you're a teenager. There's a lot of peer pressure to conform.
There is a certain stigmatism to being a woman in technology. It doesn't seem to be something that you do.
I didn't want to be stuck at my desk, you know, programming on a computer, you know, 8-10 hours a day, every day for the rest of my life. It's just not how I saw myself. But so much of it is also collaborating with other people and brainstorming and problem solving.
It's working as a team. It's building things together.
It always feels like play. It doesn't feel like work.
I'm always surprised that there are not more women going into tech because I think it's growing and there are just lots of opportunities.
There is no roadblocks, you know, being a woman in technology.
There were a lot of naysayers. They're like, don't do that. You're never going to be successful. And so one of the things I learned very quickly is you've got to stay focused and you just have to believe in yourself and just make it happen.
I come into work every day excited about the challenges and the possibilities.
It's incredibly satisfying to know that you're doing something that has that type of impact and that type of
reach.
You really feel like you're doing something that's helpful and that's making a difference.
I'm able to create something that most universities in the world use. You know, how impactful is that?
5 million businesses use the products that I've been working on.
Every time you type in a query, you're using my code, and that means that I'm reaching billions of people a day.
You see the impact every single day on real people and your friends and your family, and that's just magical.
Hello, welcome to Women Tech Makers, live on location at Google I/O. It's incredible to be here. We have a fabulous lineup of speakers. We've set up this session as a series of lightning talks. So we want to ignite and inspire with topics around search, of course, but also Google Glass, some product insights, AI, knowledge, and other topics. I've asked all of our speakers to tell personal stories as they walk through these topics, and we have a bit of a theme of past, present, and future. But before we start, about your X. Like X is a problem in the world or something you're passionate about. So I was really lucky as a student to get to take acoustics at MIT from Professor Bose, as in Bose speakers. He was an extraordinary professor. And at one point during our classes, he paused and he went into a lecture about life. And one of the key thinking that way, I welcome everybody to stay. Afterwards, I think Susan has to catch a plane, but everybody else is here. There's a bunch of great websites up, like the makers.com site. And in fact, today I heard somebody just told me that Susan's story is up on the homepage of AOL. So she's one of the makers, and she's there. And again, we've launched Google Makers at Google. And we hope that other companies and other organizations will start telling the stories, which leads me back to visibility. And let's make people visible. Help us do it. And thank you so much for being here.
They can come in and do audits at various points in times, and so we have now completed the ISO 27000 certification on App Engine, Compute Engine, and Cloud Storage. And one of the things we've heard from particularly some of the larger customers is that it's a confidence sign. And we're going to continue to do more certifications as time goes forward, because we think they're a good way of example, PHP was partly driven by the fact we had direct feedback from users saying we want this. So we want to hear from people about what's the next thing that they would like to see us do.
Right. Great. Well, thank you so much. Daniel Seberg and I will be back here tomorrow morning. I'm really looking forward to that. We kick off our GDL at I/O broadcasting even before the sessions kick off tomorrow from 9 to 10 a.m. What we're going to be doing is showcasing a lot of the work you did in the sandboxes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was doing for the better part of this afternoon, was wandering around to different sandboxes, YouTube. We talked to some folks about Drive, Google+, and of course Maps. So we're going to bring all of that to you tomorrow.
Absolutely. So we're going to run through those sandbox partners, and we have a really special treat. We're going to have Bradley Horowitz from Google+ to do a deep dive around lunchtime tomorrow for those of you on the Pacific side. So we welcome you coming back and talking GDL at I/O. In the meantime, subscribe to Google Developers on YouTube. You won't miss a single thing from us throughout the year. And check us out at developers.google.com/live. We'll see you tomorrow morning.